security camera of room 324 of Riverside Hospital, 2:14 p.m. In a warm cream-colored room, lying on a folded bed with both forelegs strapped down, was a bored changeling, looking upward towards the ceiling. In a green paper hospital gown, Resto groaned as he tried to shift his hind legs to sit up straight. Looking at the thin tube in his left foreleg, he followed it towards the almost empty bag. He shifted his glance over to the other arm, where he was wired up to a device measuring his vitals. His ears perked up at the sound of a door opening and closing. Resto's eyes stared at the curtain until a stallion came into view, a few feet from his bed.
"Good afternoon there,"
an aged stallion said. The camera showed him to be an orange unicorn stallion with a brown mane. In his aura was a clipboard, with a pair of saddlebags that hung over his flank.
"How are you so far?"
"Bored out of my mind. Couldn't you ponies play one of those records or something?"
"Ah, I think I can bring a phonograph from my office. It isn't too far away. But before I get it, do you have a preference?"
"I don't care, really. Anything will do."
The stallion said he would be right back. A few minutes later, the unicorn returned with a record and a phonograph in which he placed it out of the camera's view. Soon, there was the sound of piano music playing.
"So, what are you here for?"
Resto asked.
"An excellent question."
The stallion finally reappeared, walking towards the deflated bag.
"I'm here to ask you two important questions. For starters, do you know me?"
The changeling tilted his head.
"I don't think so. Should I?"
The stallion smiled.
"And also, are you happy?"
"Happy? How?"
Just at this moment. Now that you're away from the scene of the crime and here in safety, are you happy right now?
As long as I'm not there. Oh yes, I am quite happy."
He sighed. The stallion grinned.
"Wonderful. Now since I'm here, I might as well introduce myself."
He lit up his horn to replace the hanging empty bag with one that was full. Once that was done, his horn remained glowing, as a click sound of the door being locked was heard.
"Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Lovejoy, and I'm going to take very good care of you today."
Helmet camera of Officer Thunderclap, Sanctuary Mental Hospital, 3:14 p.m. A decaying hallway with millions of old medical papers scattered on the floor, rusted hospital beds and wheelchairs dotted here and there. Sunbeams leaking through the tiny windows were the only source of light, along with the flashlights that beamed in front of the camera.
"Something's not right."
The camera turned to the detective in a gas mask.
"Detective Print?"
A stallion's voice inquired from further away.
"I'm thinking back on the Changeling story, and there are several things that don't add up."
The gray pony stopped.
"Hold on, let me catch my breath."
The camera shook until it settled, looking at the detective.
"The bug story? What's wrong with it?" "I didn't think of it at the time, but during our interview, everything Resto said felt off. For some pony that's been tortured, he sounded a little too mentally clean to be telling me about it. Sure, he broke down every so often, but he didn't have much difficulty telling me about it all." "Are you suspecting that he might have lied?" "Maybe. Like, for instance, he said that he was operated on without any anesthetic, yet he was able to get off the operating table and move around. I mean, sure, there's a scar on him, and even he wondered if it was self-inflicted. But how could he even fool the vocal lie detector?" "Who's to say that the machine works on changelings?" There's something else, too.
The detective added.
There's one detail that really sticks out of my mind. What's that? He said that one of the victims, Bookbinder, had taken pictures of him in the place, but the family confirmed that she was interested in cinematography, not photography. In fact, her mother said that she had taken a video camera with her before she disappeared. Wait a minute. Has any pony found the camera? No, not yet.
The stallion straightened up.
I don't think any of the other teams have even found a smashed one at that. If we're really lucky, that camera might still be somewhere in this place. You think that would answer what's going on? Cameras don't lie. And neither do they hallucinate on toxic mold.
The camera turned down towards the hallway.
How much further in this place do you want to go?
There were sounds of paper shifting as the pony stood up and walked into view of the camera.
Let's go for another 15 minutes or so and check to see if any of these rooms have anything.
The officer's camera moved forward, bobbing as he, along with the lens, peered from room to room.
I can't believe this place was a hospital. It's like an old prison when you're dealing with ponies that aren't right in the head.
The detective replied.
What else could you do? Especially when pills for some types of insanity weren't invented yet. Good point. But still.
The camera looked into another room with another rusty bed frame.
I would really hate being in this place after dark. There's enough nightmare fuel in this place to last for a lifetime. At least this wing isn't nearly as creepy as the basement. You know, the place where the mayor was found. Hold on.
The camera paused, getting the detective's attention.
What? You guys said that this place has been abandoned for years, right?
Hoof Print raised an eyebrow.
Yeah? And? All electric power should have been cut a long time ago when it was closed. So, how did Bookbinder fry in a place where there's no electricity?